All right, action. I've been working my way to the upper echelons of pants, and I've got on here the Kuhl Kuhl. So hopefully that works. It's got, and this is crazy. I'm not done. Still not done. My money bag. There's some nice pants. I say pants, I have them in short mode. Renegade Convertible pants. And I'm not a little guy. I hate looking at my pants on the internet for sale. I'm like, dude, those are pants for fat people. No offense. But what I'm getting at is they're plenty roomy. Like a lot of times you get the pants and they're just skinny. You can't even get them on over your calves. Obviously anybody knows me knows I ride bikes and hike and everything. I don't even use cars. So I've developed some rather unusually powerful legs that just have a hard time in normal pants. And these are just nice. I started with Kuhl, and I still have the Pro pant from Kuhl. I kind of struggled to, at the end of the day, it's hard to keep a bunch of stuff because then it just drives up the price and you can't go anywhere. You're stuck paying for stuff. But the Kuhl Pro had the built-in knee pad. It did not zip into a short. Had some nice zip vents. Very nice. I have that still. And Kuhl was going to send another lighter weight pant, the Katana. It was only 13 ounces, but meantime I had found these used. I wanted them new, but they were so expensive. $149 regular from Kuhl, which they're not out of line expensive. It's just I had already purchased the $100 and some Kuhls. So I got these. I pulled the trigger. I went back and forth with the seller. I was like, is there anything wrong with them? It was like $75, and they look beautiful. And I'm like, it was the gray I wanted because I've got grayish shoes now. Trying to match up a little better, as unskilled as I am. But like, no, nothing's wrong. My son wore them like 3 times. Sign me up. Clicked the button and got them. It's like, wow, these are nice. And they unzipped easily as shorts. It also advertises you can leave them a little unzipped as a vent. You just don't get, like if you're taking the Kuhl, you know, it's got the whole pant. It's got the mesh. So if you're in mosquito, somewhere like Alaska, you know, or wherever with all kinds of mosquitoes, but you still need to vent. But anyway, they're fairly attractive for convertible pants. They don't have unrestricted movement, like there's a little bit of a catch and drag type of thing. Like if you look at Prana and even some of the Kuhls and different things, I couldn't say if it's a 2-way or 4-way stretch material or anything. I think it has that UPF 50 sun rating, blah 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 type of stuff. Only time will tell. You wouldn't believe this though. I found another one, the tan ones or khaki or whatever, on the internet. 45 bucks. Poshmark. I've been getting these. I'll give them props for having some stuff I'm using. And I went back and forth with the sellers, like, anything wrong with them? He or she's like, no, nothing wrong with these that I can see. They look brand new. Sign me up. Got another pair. I've got both the, I could mismatch them, but these are in the 30-inch length, which is great for hiking. But on the bike or in the summer, when the mosquitoes are out and you're, say, sitting in a chair, the 30-inch, you know, you might want a longer. And they also have like a little rubber band thing. You can look at the features of them. There's like a little shot cord at the bottom. But this is the Kuhl, Kuhl, the newest Renegade or newer Renegade convertible pant. They've been on the market a while, but I saw Kuhl was advertising that. Maybe I can get out in the sun a little better. I didn't want to overwhelm the lens. Yeah, it's overwhelming the lens. They're gray, so it's hard to, I'll do some more videos on them. They look great. Maybe the tan ones I'll do a video on. You can see the tan, you can see the zippers, and any convertible pant's gonna be a little dorky, but there's more taken, is you're gonna run some features like the built-in knee pad, the long hip vent, and just all these drop pockets. They carry the weight. Like, I'm not even really feeling too much. Cell phones aren't light, you know. I'm not even feeling that. Like, so many places, of course, you don't want to, you know, go riding your bike and have something fall out, but it's just a nice pair of pants. I'm getting spoiled here and used, but I couldn't get to them until I'd already purchased the new KUIU Pro pant, and appropriately I have them still too, because over the years I went back and forth to KUIU with some comments and feedback. Hey, get more lengths, because the Pro used to only come in a 34-inch length, which was a little too long. It'd be hanging down and I'd have to pay to have it fixed, hemmed up. Well, they did. They listened and they got multiple lengths. I think KUIU's got a 31, a 33, and 34. I don't know what they have, but 2 or 3 lengths in a lot of their pants, which is cool, man. Oh, and then the Duluth, they're really been good. Duluth Trading. So yeah, I don't know, I better quit bothering people on these cool pants here. Shorts, I mean. Pants? I think I'll leave the bottom part back, because I'm going to go up to the rail splitter and still finalizing things. I've got 2 sleeping pads, the X-Ped that wasn't insulated in the very bottom leg of it, that for some reason they just can't get it to insulate in the whole pad. The camping pad we're talking, you know, you lay down, go to sleep. The mat, there's a mummy mat. But the gray one I have, which in 2015 was the best of the best at R7 insulation value, I got it. I'm like, I buy once, cry once, whatever. But the outer wing of it, where your shoulders go, was not insulated. I was always just disappointed. Like, why don't you tell me that and I buy it? Paying for a medium wide for a wide person. I've got a wide shoe. That doesn't mean that they're going to put the traction of a narrow shoe onto a wide shoe. They're giving you a wide shoe for a wide person. But anyway, I went back and forth emails with a nice fella, John at X-Ped, and he's like, yeah, they're insulated all the way now, and I got it. And this isn't a huge deal, but they're pretty good sized baffles on either side were not insulated, which is fine for kind of like a warmer season, 3 season. But when you get it and they're putting numbers like -40 on the package or something crazy, I don't know what, definitely below freezing type of thing, you know, you're gonna get cold spots anywhere there's air. And I don't know, just talking, because I hate sending things back, but John did refund me $20 for the shipping, just because he thought it was fully insulated too. And he was like, all of it's insulated besides some little triangles and pieces of the mummy shape. Anyway, so I went and bought the goat of pads, the Thermarest, made in America, Cascade Designs, and they've been real helpful on the phone. I haven't got an answer back on Switzerland about that X-Ped. It's been a couple weeks, at least a week. So I don't know if they got it or they just don't deal with US related customer service, or I'm not sure if X-Ped is Switzerland. I thought it was. Maybe I'm wrong. But Cascade Designs with the Thermarest has been good to me on the phone. In fact, they asked, they're like, dude, you can send in your pad and we'll, because mine's like heavily discounted last year's, a couple years ago model, irregular as stamp, like a blemish or something. And like, I was like, dude, the guy at Wilderness Unlimited in Colorado said it's covered under manufacturer's warranty. I'm paying a good price. It was $175 used, not used, seconds. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, there's no reason they shouldn't. We've had a relationship with Cascade Designs forever, and you know, you have a problem with this and it's covered. And then Cascade Designs was like, why don't you just send it in, we'll evaluate it for a warranty. And I went back and forth with some pictures, But they're working with me, the head of the company, so, you know, pushing it. Oh yeah.